Hmm. Wow, the video's recording, huh? Okay, I guess so. All right. Accustomed to seeing some lines indicating where it's recording and stuff, but anyway, I'm not seeing those. So let me turn down a little bit here. You go up a little higher. All right. So I wanted to document what happened. Just from the previous video, if you, I don't know how you'd be able to do it, but if you sat there and watched the whole thing, you know that there was this huge conflict between Double Street 31 to 36, uh, Double Street 1 to 6, and Double Street 10 to 15. Okay, and that um, my prediction was that 1 to 6 wouldn't go anywhere because of the weak neighbor, and that 10 to 15 wasn't going to go anywhere because of the weak neighbors too. And as it turned out, double 13 to 18 has been extremely bad for a long period of time. It went really bad, but then just recently, it came back, and so oh, there we go. Yikes. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. So just to show you what it looks like, here's the window. Here's the recording window, and you can see what it looks like. The whole history, it's all negative except for right there, starting about right here. And then it just like comes back strong. And I'll tell you exactly when it comes back strong. Um, it's the same as it's when we had a progression loss. See, and let me see if I show you where that is. Right there. See these this move right here. Okay, and so the this move right here is when, for some reason, the next double street picked up. So I mean, in other words, this double street right here started taking off as soon as this one had a black swan event. Okay, which is two progression losses in a row. And now this, um, yeah, 7 to 12 just ended up being a bad number for 10 to 15, and it became the downfall of 10 to 15. And 13 to 18 tried to come back, which is so weird. Just right after this had the Black Swan event, this picked up and came back. I mean, it was depressed forever and going ugly. It was getting ugly, and it came all the way back, charging back. But what happened was 7 to 12 just died, had another Black Swan event, two in a row, and at the same time, 10 to 15 finally had a PLE. Okay, this neighbor was the downfall of 10 to 15, and all the time I thought this was the worst neighbor. But look at this. It's just been plagued by PLEs. The negative rating right here is just proof. It's just been hit to death. And overall, now it's slow, of course. And it's been slow, and that's been the problem. I said that was going to be the problem, and that's what happened. And here we see 31 to 36 going strong. Now, 28 to 33 has been going just as strong, keeping up and everything, but it just had a progression loss. And I guess it's because of this neighbor right here. But the reason I didn't get alarmed, and I don't think there was reason for alarm, is it's still positive. Look, it's wildly positive. So I mean, we can kind of watch how it performs here, but and it's the PLE ratio was perfectly due. It was at zero actually, when it was kind of hard to find it because it was perfectly due, so that the PLE ratio was actually zero, and it made it look like it didn't have a progression loss because it was perfectly due. So you can't complain when something has something that's perfectly due, okay, and then remains positive, on its speed. So, you know, if you're going to have a progression loss, that's like the best way to do it. And so, 31 and 36 is standing strong, okay. Look at this. This is like incredible, but 10 to 15 also had a progression loss perfectly due and is strong. But you see, the difference is this is a neighbor to the king of the hill. This is supposed to be the queen of the hill. You don't have progression loss of queen of the hill, and this is not zero. It's going to be a number. It'll be one. It'll be, as the coups come in, it's going to indicate it's going to indicate that that a progression loss has happened. So despite how ugly this number is, and this these slower numbers, this is a strong contender, but it's plagued. Okay, I say this one's going down next. you know, I mean, this one's becoming worse now because of the black swan here, and then this is going to go down. It's not going to be able to keep up. And once again, we're dominating the board from these 9 numbers right here: 28 to 33, 31 to 36. And I started off the session because you saw how strong it ended, right? If you watched it, it ended like in the 70s. And I started off betting 10 to 15, and as I started watching why I was going long in the progression, it was because double street 31 to 36 was leeching, and 1 to 6 was leeching. And anytime you have a third party like that leeching, it's always bad for business. It's never a good thing. You don't want to have that. And so I just at a certain point I realized, and it happened, and then I had 2 outside of expectation hits in a row. That's not you rarely are going to find a King of the Hill that's ever going to do that. King of the Hill doesn't do that. That's why they get the massively positive statistics. Okay, and so I realized that because that was happening, I needed to switch. So I switched to 31 to 36, and it started hitting, and then 10 to 15 came back strong, and so I hit the shelter. It actually surpassed me in score, and of course we had the 1 to 6 sniping. With the sniping, this third party here was next on the chopping block because of all this, um, and so. At that point, I just said, okay, I'm going in the shelter until my score gets above again to show dominance, and it did, and it came back hitting strong, 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 and so and here I am, king of the hill here. So that's pretty much happened. I wanted to document that for the record, and I'll just post this video. So thanks so much for watching.